Buckle in. We are ranking backup catchers on a tier list. This is either going to be your favorite video we ever record, or you are going to absolutely hate it. Let us know in the comment section down below. Hopefully, the new people here, you subscribe because we do weird things like this. We are literally ranking every backup catcher in Major League Baseball right now. So subscribe to the channel. And if you like the podcast version of this, you want to listen to us, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, drop us a rating, drop us a review. You know the drill. Big shout out to Prize Picks, the sponsor of today's video. You'll hear more from them later. James, I feel like half the battle here might just be you guessing who these backup catchers are by face. You know names.
I'm tremendously excited to do that. And I think the other half of the battle is just coming up with these tiers of ours because they're kind of a hoot and a holler in of themselves. Because like backup, there's a lot of different kinds of backup catchers in the league. And just because you're lower on a tier just means sometimes you're a different kind of backup catcher.
Yes. So you guys see the tiers we have: actually good, elite backup, Warriors, Austin Hedges, warm body. I think you guys will learn more and more, and we'll explain it as we get going. This is really a vibes tier list outside of the actually good part.
Yeah, definitely. And first catcher here, Brandon Valenzuela.
Brandon Valenzuela off to a hot start. I do think that Tyler Heineman is probably going to get DFA'd whenever Alejandro Kirk comes back. Yeah. Also, it's got to be one of the only Mexican catching duos when that does happen, both from 100%. Mexico. I don't know if that's like honestly ever happened at the Major League level. Valenzuela so far has been pretty decent. Like, he's swung it okay.
I think the mark of an elite backup catcher is someone who, when the starter goes down, you keep the ship moving. Like, I don't know if Valenzuela, I don't know how great you feel down the line. Yeah, he probably is young enough that he will get a shot at some point as a full-time catcher, but I don't know how you comfortably feel with your catcher position. If you go into the season, be like, yeah, Valenzuela is catching 125 games.
No, you would not feel good at all, but you do like him as your second option. He's got a little pop in that bat. He's fine behind the plate. That does feel like there's a couple different ways to get to elite backup, but I do think he might fall into that category, right?
I think he's elite backup for sure. That's where I was going.
Just because it's like you can either have a bat and an okay glove, or you're just glove, and whatever you do otherwise. Like, you kind of live there.
A lot of times the gloves, those are just the Warriors, though. Or the Austin Hedges.
Or Austin Hedges. There is a difference. I mean, Austin Hedges is a Warrior, but in a different standpoint. Oh, my God, I'm struggling with the scroll wheel here. All right, next up, James, Colorado Rockies backup catcher.
I mean, my heart wants to say Chad Wallach, but there's no way that's him.
No, I mean, also Nick Hundley, I feel like, was there for a while. But we've got Brett Sullivan.
Oh, yes. Okay, so something cool about Brett Sullivan. If your backup catcher is a left-handed bat, I think that gives you some kind of leg up.
It does, but also at the same time, that's probably the only reason he's on the roster is because he's a lefty, which probably puts him in the warm body tier.
Yeah, the Rockies are one of those teams that they just get stolen on at will. There's a handful of them, and Sullivan doesn't have, the most. It'll be nice. Just he doesn't have the most stuff going for him. Him and Hunter Goodman are almost certainly the fastest catcher duo in baseball, though.
Got to be the most athletic combo, maybe.
Yeah, but it does feel like he's a bit of a warm body. Sorry to Brett Sullivan and his family.
Yeah, sorry to Brett, but we are going to be throwing you again in the warm body. This is one of those where you're either keeping it warm for the guy in AAA or AA that's coming up soon, or you have to have 26 men on the roster. You need to have a second catcher, and you are the only option.
Right, yeah, that's it.
All right, James, come on, this next one. This one's an easy one.
Carter Jensen's the dog.
Carter Jensen. He just goes in the actually good tier, right?
Yeah, certainly. It's been a lot of hot and cold stretches so far this season, but I think the way he's still hitting the ball, a lot more swing and miss than the small sample last year, but he has a great career ahead of him.
Yeah, I do know that, I guess technically Elias Diaz has been doing a lot of backup stuff too. The Royals are doing that thing that I hate with modern baseball at times, just carry 3 catchers. Yeah. But it's because Jensen and Salvi will play DH on a lot of days where they're off.
And Salvi gets some first base still.
Yeah, and he still does get some first base, so they want to make sure that they do have that backup guy available. But I'm not going to put every single catcher on a Major League roster here just because, I mean, Elias Diaz would be in the warm body tier.
And we're trying to be objective. Like, a lot of catchers get injured, nature of the position, which is why backup catchers are so much fun to talk about because these guys are always getting action. They're at least playing 2 days a week, 1 day a week anyway, so you want to go who is the true backup catcher in these rosters.
Yeah, and Carter Jensen, he's just a good baseball player. He's a top prospect coming into the year, and I think by the end of this season, Salvi's going to end up being his backup.
There's a good chance of that, at least by next.
Christian Vasquez. This one to me jumps out as the first Warrior. But first, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. Use our code HMA to get $50 in lineups instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. So click the link in the description down below right now and download the Prize Picks app. Use our code HMA to get in on this offer. Not to mention, Prize Picks is so easy to use. Simply select more or less on a few different players, lock them into your lineup, and then see how that lineup performs. For today's picks, I'm rocking the hot hands. Luis Garcia for more than 1.5 hits, runs, plus RBIs. JJ Bleday's been crazy. I'm doing more than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for him. And then last, we've got my guy AJ Ewing of the New York Mets to get more than half a run in the game tonight. What's also great is that Prize Picks is available in most states, including California, Texas, Florida, and even New York. So make sure you click the link in the description right now and download the Prize Picks app. Make sure you use our code HMA to get $50 in lineups instantly as soon as you play your first $5 lineup. Thank you to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back to it. I don't think he's an elite backup anymore.
He has been. I think Christian Vasquez still does enough. Christian Vasquez is there a more erratic backup catcher? Because the peak years of Christian Vasquez, like this was someone who was a high-level starting catcher a handful of times in his career.
Yes.
But I think as of now, the way that he's aged, the way he's not super elite defensively anymore, but he does embody the warriorness because he's such a good clubhouse guy. He's been around the block. Just even being a professional baseball player, Christian Vasquez, like 5'8", and he's done this his whole career. Like he's really showed, like he's had a great career. I love Christian Vasquez.
He's got very similar vibes to me of like when Martin Maldonado was on those Astros teams forever. Like I think Christian Vasquez loves catching. I think he loves putting on the gear, getting the shit kicked out of him, and being like, man, that was a really hard season every year. Like exhausted at the end of the year. I think he loves it.
And something else that makes someone a warrior is the fact that even when like the tools and the talent starts to fade, which is really good putting your bat in the ball. Like Christian Vasquez still is not a swing and miss guy. He'll never be a strikeout guy. He's going up there. He's trying to poke the ball through the hole and keep the line moving.
Not an easy out, not a hard out.
No, he's right in the middle. Warrior.
Mickey Gaspar. Oh no, this is Connor Wong.
That's Connor Wong. I thought you were gonna let me guess. I had that one ready.
Connor Wong. Man, remember that one year he had that was pretty good?
Remember that time he was traded for Mookie Betts?
Well, really rubbed some salt in the wound there for the Red Sox, having such a great year. Connor Wong, I mean, is kind of warm body-ish, right?
I want to say he's like a little bit better than warm body, just because he feels like he's not a zero with the bat. Like
but I don't think he can't. I think he's horrendous behind the dish, if I have that correct.
No, he's not tremendous. So that is kind of funny. So we almost need, because that's not a warrior. That's definitely not on Austin Hedges.
No, of course not. So what would that be?
He's slightly better than a warm body. Maybe we're missing a tier here.
Should we just add one in right now?
What would we call it? I don't want to call it like reverse warrior, but like.
Is it crazy he's just a backup catcher?
Or it's kind of just like non-zero hitter, because some of these backup catchers are such zero hitters.
Okay, like we'll add one above.
Yeah, non-zero bat, something like that. Can we think of a better way to word that?
A zero war player. You like not up, no positive, no negative. You're just you're there. You're playing.
Average stick.
Average everything.
But I think
just average stick.
I mean, it's kind of like
could sometimes swing it.
Yeah, can get hot.
Yeah, can get hot. There it is.
Yes, there it is.
Can get hot.
Is that better than Austin Hedges, though?
Nah, it's not. Because Austin Hedges still's got that elite defense. As much as I love to like dog Austin Hedges all the time, that glove still plays all the time. But yeah, Connor Wong can get hot sometimes.
I like that. Good mid video tier edition.
Dalton Rushing.
Dalton Rushing's actually good. It's a shame
Dalton Rushing might be one of the 5 best catchers on the entire planet right now.
I mean, don't tell him that, because he's got the chip on his shoulder already. But man, you kind of do like if one guy on your team has to just be the absolute biggest jerk in the squad. I kind of like if it's the backup catcher.
Can I say something too about Dalton Rushing? I think he's getting a lot of unfair hate for like the trash talking that's going on. We have gotten far too soft if when he throws out Miguel Amaya trying to steal on him and he calls him a fat fuck and people are taking like that offensive. We know Miguel Amaya is not fat, so it's not like he's fat shaming or body shaming or anything like that. He's a competitor. He gets in the mode, and he even talked about it. He's like, during the game, like, I hate the other team. I play the game hard. I don't think he does anything wrong, Dalton Rushing. I love him. I'd take him on my team, obviously skill-wise, but mentality-wise, I want that.
I think the thing that people got more upset about than the fat fuck comment was the being saying good when Jung Hoo Lee got injured.
That was a bad one.
That was a pretty bad.
That was a bad one.
I think that one was fair. And that was who was at the plate was like, wait, what did he just say? No, that was Nico Horner who was at the plate when he called the fat fuck. He was like, did he just say that? But yeah.
Yeah, the fat fuck one got blown out of proportion, I think. All right, next up we've got, who, James?
Drew Milas.
Drew Milas. Crazy his name's not Mias, by the way, or Milas. It's Milas. It's got to be the most American way to pronounce that last name.
This is the definition of a warm body.
Yeah, I mean, Keibert Ruiz would be in the warm body tier if he was not the starter. He's horrendous. Drew Milas, he's a warm body. There's not really much going on there.
I'll get that pronunciation right now.
What trade was he? Was he a trade to the Nationals?
Sure.
I weirdly think he either came over in like Machado trade or when the Trey Turner got traded to the Dodgers.
Millis,
okay.
Millis.
Give me a little check on where he came from in the trades.
Yeah, I'll give you a trade check right
Or
now.
was he like with the Athletics or something? They made a trade at some point.
He was drafted by the Athletics, traded by the Athletics to the Nationals for Yan Gomes in 2021.
What a weird trade.
And Josh Harrison, fellow podcaster.
Sure, yeah, fellow foul territory guy with us. All right, James. Next.
You see, this is annoying because this is probably the third string catcher because Kyle Teal's the starting catcher, Edgar Caro's the backup, and now
But this guy is better than Edgar Caro, I think.
I know, and I know they flipped him recently, but I can't remember the name.
Drew Romo.
Oh, your boy Drew Romo.
My boy Drew Romo. He was on the Mets at some point this year. We could have used him.
He's been kind of smacking the ball.
I think he might go in the can get hot category.
He might be better than can't get hot, but I think for now it's probably fair to put him in the can't get hot.
Yeah, I mean the fact that I do think he's probably going to take over that spot from Edgar Caro, especially because Caro's going to have options. So, go figure it out in AAA, son. But, Romo gives you more at the plate. Caro's got nothing going on for you right now.
Romo's taken 40 plate appearances this year. We're recording this on Thursday. He's got a 930 OPS. Guess his batting average.
I think I saw it when I was getting the pictures. I think it's 144.
Yeah, it's 161. 4 home runs and 5 total hits.
Can get hot.
That definitely can't get hot.
Can get hot. All right, next
Still
up,
24.
James.
Next up, we have, Eric Haas.
Eric Haas. There we go. Big game the other night against the Dodgers. Couple home runs.
This is a warrior.
This is a warrior. I'm with you on that, too. I know he didn't start the year on the Major League roster, but Eric Haas had been backup for the Tigers. I think the Brewers.
Brewers for a minute. He had a hot season for the Brewers. He had one of those really weird veteran pop-offs. Yeah, maybe it was Tigers, too. He also spiritually gives me Eric Kinski vibes.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it might just
Similar
be the
names. Yeah, definitely. Eric Haas also, he's moonlit at other positions, hasn't he?
I think he's played a little first base before.
Yeah, that's kind of warrior. And now I like how we're putting the Warriors and these are the old school, the long-term backup catchers.
This is a guy that for Mets fans at home watching this, I want Keith Hernandez to be there's just something about this guy that feels right.
I think that's the embodiment of the Warrior tier.
Austin Hedges.
I have a feeling he's going to go in the Austin Hedges tier.
Yeah, we're going to throw him right in there. So I guess some clarification as to what this tier means for you guys. We were talking about a guy who has basically been a lifetime backup. Everybody on the planet loves him. The team that has him refuses to get rid of him. Doesn't want anyone else to have him. He basically brings nothing offensively, unbelievably good defensively, and really knows how to handle a pitching staff. A real veteran leader.
Handle a pitching staff, the utmost respect from every single person in the clubhouse, despite the fact that everybody knows they can't hit a lick. These are the kind of guys who are just lifers, but not quite warriors.
Put it on a tee, let him hit it. You don't particularly care. He's not going to do damage. The defense is great. That's what his deal is.
That's the one. That's Austin Hedges.
And I'll tell you what, I do think Freddie Fermin might also be Austin Hedges.
But he's got a little more pizzazz.
It's just Latino Austin Hedges. That's all it is.
I think that's what Austin Hedges. I mean, he also has a cannon. Hedges is more of a well-rounded defensive player. Fermin has a fucking gun.
No, no one can run on him.
No,
but he also stinks at hitting too.
No, he's terrible. I mean, and also Freddie Fermin, he'll be a warrior in 4 years. But I guess right now he's still just Austin Hedges.
Yeah, he's still just. I got to see Freddie Fermin get a little more juice before I can put him in the Warriors. So you got to earn the respect to get up there with Christian Vasquez, Eric Haas. You almost had to have been a starter at some point, and you're just I want to keep playing baseball. So yeah, kick the shit out of me behind the plate.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Gary Sanchez.
I think Gary Sanchez has drifted himself up to being an elite backup.
I think it's so funny because he either can get hot or elite backup, but because the bat as a backup catcher is legit awesome, like for a backup position, and
That's
so
what
good
I'm
that
saying.
the Brewers are like, let's play even a little first base some days.
Little
I do
DH.
agree. I think Gary Sanchez is one of the best backup catchers in baseball.
Yeah, again, it's gotten up and down the last few years, but we're going on like 2 straight years. I mean, he got injured a lot last year. He can still swing it, which that gives you something. Something's an elite backup.
And you also do not want him starting. You don't want him as your starting catcher. That's the other big thing, again, about elite backup is like, wow, I'd love for you to be a guy who fills in when he's hurt, give a day off, but I do not want you playing 4 days a week.
This is a funny one because basically, like, he can either be elite backup or can get hot. We just quad tier jumped him.
Quad tier jumped him. All right.
Wait,
Tampa.
the scroll right now, the top guys are cut off. Is that okay?
Well, man, do I just zoom out a little bit, you think?
Yeah, maybe.
We could do that. It's a zoom out. There we go. It fits everything nicely on there.
Perfect.
Who's this, James?
Ben Rortfit?
Not Ben Rortfit. He's
not
way
that-
gone. I
he's
think
way
he's in the
gone
Mets
now?
org, isn't he?
I don't know. So it's not Ben Rortfit, the backup catcher for the Rays right now.
Came from the Dodgers in a trade.
Came from the Dodgers? What?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hunter Fiducia.
Oh, it is Hunter Fiducia. That's warm body.
That's a warm body if I've ever
Yeah.
seen one.
He's
The
rough
catching-
behind the plate this year.
Oh, he is a absolute brick behind home plate. Like him and Nick Fortes put together one of the strangest catching combos in all of Major League Baseball. Both guys who I think would find themselves in warm body tiers. Yet they're on the team with the most wins in baseball.
Yeah, I was gonna say Nick Fortes. He's at least he's still. I think does Nick Fortes have a very fast bat? Am I thinking?
No, Nick Fortes. Nick Fortes is fast because remember he was JT Realmuto light with the Marlins, where he
Yeah.
runs really well and he only hits against the New York Mets.
Who was that backup catcher from the Nationals last season who had the crazy bat speed?
Nationals back. Oh, Riley Adams.
Yeah, Riley
What
Adams.
happened to him?
That's what I'm
Where's
saying.
he?
Is he on the team right now? Where's Riley
Some-
Adams?
Mets got to pick up Riley Adams right now for our backup. Hayden Sanger, sorry.
Talk about can't get hot.
Yeah, right. Where is Riley Adams?
I'm doing some recon right now.
You gotta when you find that out, you let me know because that's also
He's in the Nationals org. I think he might be with the. He just might be around there in AAA.
that's crazy. That's absolutely insane.
Wow, he's 6'4", 260 with that bat speed. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Give him a shot. I guarantee they're telling him to slow it down. All right. Detroit Tigers backup catcher.
Jake Rogers. This
Just saw him hit the mound the other day.
100%. So it's between Warrior and Austin Hedges for me.
I think I go Ward because Jake Rogers got a little pop. He's got a little pop in that bat. He's hit a little bit, and he has kind of just been with the Tigers for a minute now. Like, he lost his job to Dingler, but going into it last year, I think it was his position, was it not?
And he's also been strong defensively for a long time. Like, he had a couple years where he popped as, like, one of the best defensive catchers in the league while being just someone who just swung as hard as they could. And that's
Yes.
kind of what we want. So that's why I still... you just can't be an Austin Hedges if you have that much offensive game, even though he hasn't really shown it in a while.
Yeah, like the can get hot is for the guys who are like, the bat first catchers that are backup guys.
More spunky.
Yeah, more spunky. Austin Hedges' tier is glove first, no bat. And Warriors, like, you got a little more to you. You're just not an elite backup right now.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think we're figuring this out on the fly.
James McCann.
I mean, do we have to be objective for a second?
Yes, we have to be objective for a second before we talk about him, actually.
Because McCann can run into one. And that's
Yes.
something that makes you better than a warm body as a backup catcher.
He can get hot. We've seen it throughout his career. There, like, even with the Diamondbacks, just his small sample there.
Last season.
Last season, for like 2 weeks, he was
took
one of the
over.
best hitting catchers in baseball.
Yeah, so I guess his definition of can get hot. Because he's flashed defensively, but he's never sustained. I feel like he's not the best receiver. Yeah, he's fine.
He's a little clunky. And boy, oh boy, now to not be objective for a second, boy, oh boy, did he absolutely stink it up with the Mets.
Yeah, terrible. We got
J.C. Escara.
J.C. Escara. He's another one I'm trying to be objective because the Yankees fans they love a glaze on J.C. Escara. The Yankees, I think the Yankees perceive themselves to have this catching factory just because they trade a lot of these catchers and none of them really wind up being very good. And also they do have like the 1 year pop-ups from like the Escara, the Trevino. Like I give them that.
Austin Wells at this point too, by the way, is like a 1 year pop up.
But Escara's better than a warm body to me.
What's his defense like? That's the one thing I don't know about him. I thought he was didn't he put up some good hitting stuff? That's why he was exciting for these Yankees fans.
He's a classic, put the bat on the ball, not hunting for power, but also last year, looking at his baseball savant right now, flashed as a big-time framer, but not very much with the blocks or the throwing.
He might just be a warm body, dude.
If you want to put him there, I'm not going to fight it.
I
I'm not
can
gonna
he get
stand
hot?
up.
Find me. Has he gotten hot there ever? Has he ever had a stretch?
630 OPS last year, only got 100 plate appearances. That's not really
Probably not.
get hottable. Also lefty though. He's lefty.
Where did we put the other lefty? We put Brett
Brett
Sullivan. Yeah, that's probably why JC Escar is on the. But they have a lefty.
Escar is better than Brett Sullivan though, and again, he's
Is he?
I think probably
Like ish, right?
he might be. Yeah. I don't know. If you want a warm body, I'm not going to fight you.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him in the warm body. Yankee fans can get mad at me.
Is this
Also, Yankees got to be the only team in baseball have 3 left-handed hitting catchers.
yeah, almost definitely.
Just insane. All right, your Marlins.
It's Joe Mack.
Joe Mack.
So you think he's technically the backup right now instead of Liam Hicks? Because Hicks
They
has kind of moved around more.
They split time. That's what's confusing.
Yeah.
And there is no other catcher on the roster besides him and Liam Hicks. And I do think Liam Hicks is better than a backup catcher because he plays every single day.
Liam Hicks is obscenely good right now.
I think Mac does not play every single day. He only plays when he's at catcher. So I think that's why I put him at the backup spot.
Mac has started at catcher in 8 of 9 games since being called up.
And Liam Hicks is what, playing first?
Yeah, Liam Hicks is switching
But they have no
around.
other catcher on the roster, right?
Yeah, Liam Hicks is switching around first in DH.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So who is the backup catcher?
It's technically Liam Hicks. He's just a ball player, though.
Yeah, but he's too good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's too good. I mean, because Mac has been absolutely their starting catcher since being called up, and he's super, super elite defensively.
Well, I mean, then he's actually good.
So this is a fun thing the Marlins are doing. They're basically not carrying a backup catcher just because Hicks moves around so much. He's the backup, plays a day a week. It's kind of similar to what the Orioles are doing. It's kind of a fun wrinkle for those rosters that can take it.
Orioles just called up a backup catcher actually now. Who's not on this list because he just got called up, Maverick Hanley. But
Maverick Hanley, he's always pops around there.
Yeah, I'm fine to put. It doesn't feel the same as like these guys, but he is actually good. I think Joe Mack.
He's definitely actually good, especially being an elite fielder who can run into one as a rookie. Joe Mack's the kind of catcher, and this happens all the time with catchers. 31 years old, Joe Mack's gonna put up like a 125 WRC plus, like a 6.5 win season, and he'll get glazed the rest of his career for it.
They'll be like, man, remember that 2032 Joe Mack? It was something.
Next up, it's Joey Bart.
Joey Bart.
So they called up your boy today, you know.
Andy?
Yeah.
I know, because Joey Bart's hurt. Joey Bart on the IL for a bit, yeah. Andy's going to take over that job because Henry Davis has been stinking it up. But
yeah, Henry Davis still just does things that you like, a catcher to do to a degree. And Bart's pretty good defensively. Bart swings a fast bat, but man, does he just love a swing and miss. He's
can get hot, right?
He can get hot, but again, he's not dreadful defensively. But I think can get hot's number one thing. I think those pitchers really prefer. I see Pirates Twitter talking to pitch to Henry Davis.
Yeah, and I also will say, out of respect, I can't respect Joey Bart enough to put him in the same tier as Christian Vasquez, Eric Haas, and Jake Rogers.
Not even close.
Jonah Heim, now the backup catcher for the Athletics.
Wow, yeah, he got into a game the other night. I was watching an A's game. So Jonah Heim is another one where it's like the one pop-off year really changes our perspective of Jonah Heim, who's been
kind of a warrior-ish. He's in between there and Austin Hedges.
I was gonna give him more can get hot.
I don't know. Has he? I don't think he's gotten hot in years, which sounds insane. But I don't know if he has, which might just be Austin. He might be Austin Hedges now.
I don't know. If you go one monster season, I guess you can't get hot, even if you have 3 straight seasons of being like a 600 OPS guy.
What year was that?
That was 23 when every single Ranger got hot.
Interesting. I'm going to vouch for the Austin Hedges. Is he good defensively still?
Never really been that good defensively.
Oh, man. Maybe he is just can't get hot.
I think he just can't get hot, but I don't know if he'll ever get hot again.
But that's not what we're debating. We're just saying he could get hot.
He can get hot. It's possible. Yeah. I mean, he was great defensively those years with the Rangers and has been pretty poor the last 3 years now looking back.
All right, he's a can get hot player. He's dangerously close to a warm body.
The comments on this are going to be awesome because the way that people are going to argue about their favorite backup catcher is kind of giving me some life.
Well, here's a fun one. If he was still on the Yankees, you'd be hearing that he's actually good, which is insane. Jose Trevino.
He's very much a warm body. I mean, he's not a warrior. He's a warm body.
He's either warm body or Austin Hedges.
Is he still good enough to be considered?
Yeah, see what
Austin
his defense
Hedges?
is still. Because if he is still an elite defensive catcher, I can put him in that Austin Hedges tier.
He's also the kind of guy where, looking at a metric, he's not really. You don't really get all of that from Jose Trevino. Where'd Jose Trevino go to school? This one hurt me.
College?
Yeah, apparently went to college in America.
Jose Trevino went to University of Texas.
I can give you 1,000 guesses of Division I colleges. You'll never get this one.
Is it a Division I college?
100%.
I'll never get it. Show me Northeastern.
No.
All right, give me it.
Oral Roberts,
Oral Roberts.
right?
Where even is that?
Yeah, I mean, he's still not a bad defensive catcher. I think it's worth to give the respect to Jose Trevino for an Austin Hedges.
Yeah, he's an Austin. Honestly, think about it. We know he's kind of got nothing. He's on a team every single year.
Every single year. And he'll do it until probably he decides not to.
Kyle Higashioka, the home run stroker. I'm fighting for a Warrior tier for this guy.
Yeah, I'd Warrior Kyle Higashioka. It's been a minute.
He's like, what, like 36, 37, and he's just still back there all the time. He comes up, he hits 180, put out 12 home runs a season. Garrett Cole loved pitching to him. He's a Warrior.
I love a catcher like a backup catcher like Higashioka who can just simply run into one. Like, I want my backup catcher to run into one.
Yeah, again, if he didn't have the longevity, he'd be a can't get hot guy. But now that he's got the longevity of catching forever, he is a Warrior.
It is. This is going to be his 9th year in the league. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9. Good job.
That's a good career for Higasha. He's getting that 10-year service card.
You might. He's 36. Can't be close.
Gonna be close.
Could be really close.
Luis Torrens.
Is he a Warrior or is he an elite backup?
He's getting paid like an elite backup.
Yeah, but we didn't pay him. He might, at his bad times, he drifts to Austin Hedges.
Yes, but that's probably realistically where he is.
Probably. But he kind of can't get hot. And if you're Austin Hedges and you can't get hot, that's a jump.
That is a Warrior.
Yes, but he doesn't have longevity. But he kind of does have longevity to be a Warrior. And also, just us from watching so much Luis Torrens, this guy takes a beating.
The shit kicked out of him every single game. I've never seen
loves
someone
it.
get hit by as many bats, foul balls. The most crazy shit happens. He's getting crushed every game.
There's also something great anecdotally about Torrens where in the first 8 weeks of the 2024 season, the Mets were pacing to be the worst team ever in the history of baseball at throwing out would-be base stealers. And the second they acquired Luis Torrens, it stopped.
Elite backup.
Okay, elite. I mean, he got a hard hit rate and he's a great defender. He doesn't strike out, right? Why not, right?
And you cannot run on him. It's not possible.
I would still say Warrior, but elite backup just for the memes.
All right, for the memes. Miguel Amaya. I'm so in between elite backup and actually good, though.
Yeah, I mean,
because he does the platoon with Carson Kelly, right?
Carson Kelly and Mo Ball's gotten like 2 starts back there, I'm pretty sure.
Like, Miguel Amaya is about a league average hitter. I think he's okay behind the dish defensively. Maybe that just is an elite backup, like a really good guy to just keep around.
Yeah, spiritually, to me, Carson Kelly is still the backup catcher on this team.
But he's not.
No, he's not. But like he feels like he is because he's the guy that comes in to mash the lefties. You know what I mean? The guy that comes in to mash the lefties, like in my heart of hearts, is the backup catcher.
Elite backup for Miguel Amaya?
I'm trying to see who's been starting more games. Yeah, Kelly still. Miguel Amaya hasn't caught in a week. Interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, he's an elite backup. He does a lot of things well. He's also a guy that like I could see Miguel Amaya getting that starting job with a different team at 31 years old.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to think what team that he could be a starter for. Like the Cincinnati Reds in a couple years.
Yeah, 2-year, $12 million.
Yeah, why not? Hits free agency. Give him a little something.
Which is the same money Luis Torrens is getting almost.
It's insane. Mitch Garver.
He's about to be a starting catcher without Cal Raleigh, but I feel like he's still definition can get hot.
Yeah, I mean, it is crazy now looking back at that, what was it, 2021? What season was that? Where he hit the 30 homers in like 350 plate appearances?
I'll tell you right now.
Which is still one of the like modern marvels I've ever seen in baseball. It's unfathomable that he hit 30 home runs in 600 plate appearances.
He did have a moment where he was like year after year a really solid hitter. And he still hits the ball hard, but the timing has totally left him.
Yeah, no, he's got nothing, which I guess is just kind of can get hot. He's not good behind the plate either. Never was.
No, but there'll probably be one more time Mitch Garver gets hot as a major leaguer.
Which might be right now.
One more for old time's sake.
Who you got here, James, for the Phillies?
Rafael Marchand.
This guy's a warm body. Definition of a warm body.
He is, but I love that backup catcher thing that he does where he's like, I am not striking out.
No, he refuses to strike out, but he also, I think, has like a 11 WRC plus, I think, on the season.
I still think Marchand because... I mean, it's hard for the young catcher, and I get 27, young catcher, but he did not strike out, and he's considered quite a good defender, and he has been through his time as a prospect. He kind of is drifting more Austin Hedges for me, and he's a guy that at some point in his career I think could be considered a Warrior because I see Rafael Marchand being a backup catcher for the next 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, I also think he's a backup catcher because the other option's Garrett Stubbs.
Well, Garrett Stubbs is like he's not even a warm body. Like we would have to do a new tier underneath for Garrett Stubbs.
Yeah, and I think that's why he won it, is because Garrett Stubbs is his opponent. And also, like, I think the Phillies are like, well, we're going to play JT Realmuto 130 games, so who cares who our backup catcher is?
Yeah, I mean, I would vouch for Rafael Marchand being a better defender than just a warm body.
So then you think he goes Austin Hedges then?
Yeah, I feel like Austin Hedges and Can't Get Hot, those tiers should be flopped.
You think so?
Can we do that?
Yeah, we can do that. It's that simple. We can do whatever we want. It's our
That's
video.
what I'm saying. Yeah, I forgot those little nice, cute little tabs right there.
All right. Next up, we've got Sam Basayo.
Actually good.
Actually good, yeah.
Sam Basayo is an unreal hitter. He's like still 21.
Yeah, he's 21. Still hoping he could face what? Yuri Perez?
No, it's Didier Fuentes.
Oh, okay. When do everyone circle your calendar for Braves Orioles?
I'm pretty sure it's August. I'm pretty sure we've talked about this. I'll double check it right now.
Yeah, that would be the first time Samuel Basayo ever faces a pitcher in professional baseball that is younger than him, which is an insane statement. He had a bit of a slow start to the year, but he is mashing. It's the weekend of July 24th. So again, everyone circle those calendars. If you can't get to Baltimore, get there. Hopefully Didier Fuentes is on the team because we're clamoring for that in the baseball world. See some history right there. He's so ridiculously good. This is your boy too.
Oh, I've been talking about this guy for 2 years. Like, the second he comes up, he's an absolute middle of the order bat forever.
Yeah, he's got it. Like, him getting hot has changed the Orioles a little bit right now. They're winning way more games because of him.
Yeah, and also he's kind of gotten hot as Adley Rutschman came back because when he was catching, he's still not great there. But to mix in 2 days a week, when all the catching freight on defensively was on him, it got a little dicey. I think that's why Maverick Handley's now here too. So you can just be like, big fella, just hit.
Sean Murphy.
Really hard one, for being honest.
He hasn't gotten hot, it feels like, in a long time, but it's also because of injuries. It's hard to get hot when you're hurt all the time. He's weird. He kind of is a warrior.
I still want to give him the legacy actually good because I still think he is actually good, but he got wildly pipped like nobody's business.
But then is he actually good though? Because remember those couple seasons, like he was kind of a league average hitter. He got wildly pipped, but also he was on his way out. They were begging for someone to take his spot at some point.
Well, because they simply overpaid him, and now it feels like he's kind of fallen off the rocker. He's still a good defender. Like I feel like if he gets a job somewhere else, Sean Murphy still has good ball in him. But if you want to lower him down, fine with me. It has been years and years of him not being good and being injured.
So maybe elite backup.
Wasn't it the hip? Did he have the hip labrum surgery?
So, yeah. I think he was a hip guy.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of guys get that surgery and take years to actually be okay afterwards.
I'm going to go elite backup for him.
That's fine. There's going to be some people in here that even say that's too high.
They might be. They might say he's a warm body at this point. Braves fans might be done with this guy.
Yeah, it's been for years.
Speaking of, the other Braves guy that was there forever.
It's been a long time since he was like quite good.
Yeah, and he is hurt right now. He has plantar fasciitis. Fasciitis? How do you say that?
Fasciitis? I don't know.
Fasciitis. And, I mean, at this point in his career, he's probably a warm body. Like, if he can't start over Logan O'Hoppe, who is statistically, like, the worst catcher in baseball, I mean, what are you at that point?
I still want to give credit for these guys who've just been doing it for a minute.
Can get hot.
Travis d'Arnaud's been catching for 11 years.
No, you're right. He's totally mistaken. I forgot about our warrior tier. He is a warrior.
He's a warrior. I was gonna vouch for him in the warrior tier because he just keeps doing it. 37-year-old catcher. That's a warrior.
Yes, and maybe it's the Angels' fault for making him a warrior right now and saying,
possibly.
Let's do it again, Travis. But
still is.
He has caught forever. 2015 Mets, never forget.
Never. Caratini.
Victor Caratini.
This is an elite backup.
I don't know, dude. Defensively, he's been horrible, I think, the last few years.
Oh, he's been terrible defensively for a minute, but
I don't think
he smacked the ball around.
Is he though?
Yeah, not
was
this
it
year.
not just last year with the Astros?
No, he's had a couple consecutive years of being an above league average bat, no doubt.
Really?
Yeah, he can swing it for sure. This year has been
check
horrible.
This one.
Check me on it. But this year, as Ryan Jeffers has ascended to like star tier.
Yeah, he's been so good.
Like Caratini, it's hard to get off the bench. But I remember when Caratini got that contract, I was like, I kind of like that value. I like that more than Real Muto contract.
Caratini has a career OPS plus at 88. He had a
3-year run.
He had a 200-game stretch of an OPS plus at 108. His 3-year run is an OPS plus at 98.
Yeah, I see. I was definitely just focused on those last 2 years specifically in my brain.
Maybe is he a warrior?
He could be a Warrior. He's been around a long time on a lot of successful baseball teams.
10 years of catching for Victor Caratini. And never forget when he hit 2 home runs off Jacob deGrom.
Yeah, that was when he was, rookie? Second year?
With the Cubs, yeah.
Yeah, I was at that game. That one made me want to freak out. But he also, Victor Caratini, he'll find his way to the other playoff teams, too. So I guess that's Warrior.
Who's this last guy?
Pedro Baez?
No, he's the starter on that team.
Yoel Pozo.
Yoel Pozo.
Pozo.
The warm body.
Yeah, sadly, but he's fun.
I believe he has a great story where I think he was technically homeless for a time because
That's a Warrior.
I believe his son was very sick, so they lived in a car to save money to go get medical stuff done. And then he got to the majors and hit a home run last year. It's a really good story. Not a very good player, but it's a fantastic story.
Yeah, I like a story like that. That almost wants me to sneak him into Warrior, but
can we? Is there any way we can force him into Warrior? Or maybe he's got great defense? Can he be Austin Hedges?
I'm pretty positive he has good defense. I don't think that any other reason to be on that team. Because also Ivan Herrera's been catching, so Baez kind of goes back. He also does the thing, contact man.
He's a contact man.
Contact. Well, I'm backup catcher. I'm not striking out. He's not really a tremendous defender. He's not.
Gotta tell you what though.
He's probably a few years away from being an Austin Hedges.
Yeah, he's just we're a little bit behind on the curve, but he will get there one day. And I'll tell you what, James, it's a pretty tier list from us.
This is even. Look at that. Look at the distribution.
This is one of the most evenly distributed pieces of content that we've ever done where no people get on us so much. You don't know what elite means. You put too many guys in elite. Can there be 100 all-stars? It's well, this is our video. We get to do what we want. But this one, I think you guys will still find some way to complain. Let us know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to the Windup so you don't miss out on any of the content coming at you. And if you're listening to us, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, drop us a rating, drop us a review, download, and subscribe. You can follow James on social media at
James Shiano.
I'm Draftneck Mark. This is our backup catcher tier list. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Should we do another one of these? We'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.